Hey everybody, this is Mojo from ThreeChordGuitar.com. Today a little bit more than 3 chords though, but I thought it would be kind of fun to go through this quick little lesson. I was sort of playing around, goofing on the guitar. Imagine that. That never happens around here or anything. And anyway, I basically rewrote When My Guitar Gently Weeps. I was pretty proud of myself too until I realized that it wasn't mine to start with. But that'll happen to, to guitar players. I'm sure it's happened to you. So anyway, I figured, I was sort of giving it a bit of a rhythm. And then I realized, well, I could, I think I got a hit. And then I realized again, oh wait, that's somebody else's tune. So I figured it would be kind of fun to try and figure out how that song actually goes, because I've never learned how to play it before. So that's the first part. The second part is very similar. And here, instead of going to D as we did before, you go to C and back to E. So first let's look at the arpeggio to start. Basically all you're really doing is playing a variation of an A minor chord and then later on F chord. But you're trying to get that descending bass line. So if you're taking it apart, as a riff, you'll see that basically the thumb, as always, is doing the bass line. It starts on the A string, and because it's an A minor chord, basically the A string is not fretted. Then you go to the 3rd fret of the high or the low E string, then the 2nd, then the 1st. When you're in the 1st, that's when you're in that F sort of family of chords here, and then you go back to the unfretted A. So that's really all your thumb is doing. And then beyond that, with these 3 fingers, those 3 fingers, I'll be picking the chord, whatever chord shape I have. The good news is the pattern never changes. I'm going to get a little closer so you can get a better feel for it. Hopefully you will anyway. So as we said, we're picking on with a thumb, and when these fingers just do the same pattern. Obviously I'm in an A minor shape, chord shape here. So, pardon me, the A. So I'm alternating these 2 fingers, the index and the ring finger, or pardon me, the index and the Johnny Cash finger. And then I'm just coming down, going down 1 string. So. Now when I get to the next chord, the next progression, note that I'm still in the regular A minor shape. I just add my my pinky to the 3rd fret here. And then on this hand is the same. Now back over here, I take the pinky off and I'm going to go from the 3rd fret to the 2nd fret, and wouldn't you know it, my Johnny Cash finger is right there ready to leap into action like a coiled snake. And it's again the same pattern on the right hand. And then I'm going to bring my index finger and bar it across as if I were doing an F, leaving this finger here my ring finger in the same position it's been since the beginning, and then with my right hand, same picking pattern. Pardon me. And then back to an A minor chord. So I went from picking obviously with my thumb when I was in the F position on the first fret of the E string, so I was plucking the E chord of the E string, but since I'm back in the A minor at that stage, now my thumb is back on the A string. So I'm back on in A here, so then I'll fly to G. And the first go round, we go to D, and then E. So from the start with the just looking at the left hand, so it's an A minor. Add the pinky for an A minor plus G. Change with the Johnny Cash finger to the second fret for an A minor 6. And bar the index finger. Back to a regular A minor. G, pardon me, G, D, and E. Now the next go around is the same. Except that after the G, you go to C, and then E. That brings you to the chorus, which is A. I don't know why. So you go from an A to this interesting shape here. Basically it's like a D7, except that all the fingers go up one string. Then you go to an F sharp minor, which I always play with just a finger here, the second fret, my index finger that is, barring across, and then my ring finger at the fourth fret of the D string. So, I don't know why you were inverted, and then back to that modified A I showed you earlier on, then B minor, you were inverted too, and then an E chord, and you're back to that. Another close-up on the right hand picking. That's all there is to it. I hope this was somewhat remotely helpful to you. If you were to have any questions, at Modracaster on Twitter, 3ChordGuitar on Facebook, and 3 with the digit 3, chordguitar.com is our forum. There should be enough ways to get in contact with that. So take good care. Thanks for watching. See ya.